Hello and welcome to Ralph Henderson 2176. We're here for our first episode of Woke Storylines, where we're going to take an old IP, an old fan base, old cartoon, movie, TV show, whatever, and we're going to just change the plot to a woke plot. And before we had all these rules, should we make rules this time, or should we just kind of wing it?
There's rules. It has to suck.
Yeah, well, that's obviously rule number one. Rule number one, must suck.
Must suck. It's going to go from something that entertained you to something you're like...
Exactly.
And that's about it. And if you think, oh, that was good social commentary, we know what kind of person you are. If you think, that sucked, we know what kind of person you are.
Exactly.
So, there you are.
So rule number one is it's got to not be good. It's got to really suck. It's got to push an agenda, right?
Push an agenda. Okay, we have found the main rule. It has to push an agenda.
Rule number two, it has to be something that's well known. That way they can cash in on the fan base. Similar to our woke casting, but
yeah,
because these are reboots, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So
you don't have to change the people in it this time.
No, you don't have to change the people.
It could be the same people. It could be back when it was made.
Yeah.
But it's now.
Just got to be woke.
Got to be
so
woke.
I'll go first.
Does everyone know what woke means? I mean, I know we keep throwing around that word. I mean, basically, woke is you are awake to social justice issues. That's all that means. So, yeah, it's pretty much as bad as it sounds.
And what's funny about that is it could be totally different tomorrow than what it is today.
Yeah.
And if you don't follow that day by day, then you're a hater, bigot, xenophobe. Insert the list that's 20.
Yeah. What are social justice issues? Well, that's for you to decide, I guess. I mean, it's really...
Yeah.
But your issues need to be my issues, or we don't like you. It's that simple.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so I'll go first. My first is the Countess of Monte Cristo.
Okay, so obviously, I know we're not on the other one, but obviously we have a gender swap.
I did a gender swap. Ginger swap?
A ginger swap. We've done ginger swaps on the other two.
A gender swap. Okay, so instead of the two guys fighting over the woman, this is a woman who falls in love with another woman, and then the guy that's chasing after that woman gets jealous and frames her.
Yeah.
Then she goes to prison, finds out she's in prison for like X amount of years by the patriarchy.
Is this guy Liam Hemsworth? Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go on with the story.
It can still be Guy Pearce.
Okay.
Because he was perfect in that role, man. Man, he was good. Either way. So long story short, she finds the gold, comes out, and wages a war on him. And the big ending thing is to try to get everyone to understand that love is love.
Love is love. You need to accept me how I am.
Yep.
Because I was made this way. But I might change and be different tomorrow.
That's right.
But I was made this way.
And this is medieval, and things were different back then, but no.
No.
We'll just ignore all that.
Yeah.
So that's the Countess of Monte Cristo.
Okay. There's our first one. Very good. All right. Now, I just did this, so if I read my notes a lot, sorry. That's all I can say. I did Snow White. It's the part of Snow White will be played by a woman, so that's cool.
Very good.
But we can't have an evil stepmother. Oh, no.
No.
It's a stepfather.
Yeah.
And apparently he's the new king. So either way, it goes about like you think it would. The stepfather doesn't like Snow White because he really wishes he would have had a boy instead. Not because she's the fairest of the land. So he sends a huntsman to take her heart, but he lets her go. So she moves in with 7 starving dwarfs that can't make it on their own. And she's like, wow, there has to be something that can be done about this. And takes a pickaxe and finds a diamond mine. So all of a sudden now they're great. So the king hunts her down, finds her, and gives a poison apple to the dwarves. And says, hey, can you give this to her because she's going to take some of your diamonds. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. So they give it and it poisons her. So she's asleep, just like in the original story. So a prince finds out that this beautiful princess is asleep. He hunts her down. He kisses her to wake her up, but nothing happens. And then she wakes up by herself because the power was inside her all along.
All along, that's right.
And so now she's back, and she prosecutes the prince for
for kissing her
inappropriate sexual
that's
contact.
Right. For kissing her without permission.
The end. And everyone lives happily ever after, except for the prince.
Except for the prince.
He's like, what the fuck?
That's right. So, me too.
So that would be Woke Snow White.
Woke Snow White, yeah. That's really not far. If they did one today, that's what I would totally expect.
Oh yeah, there would be no kissing the princess to wake her up. I don't think. I think that would.
Either way, so that's our first episode of Woke Story.
Woke Story,
Yeah.
Woken up the story.
Yep. So if you liked it, like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If not, just give us a normal like and give us ideas. I mean, we're doing new stuff every time. If you have an idea for something else like woke music or woke, I don't know, woke anything, we could try that. Or even if it's not woke, just something to...
Or just, if you want us to review something, it don't matter.
Yeah, we can do that too. So leave us comments, likes, whatever. And, yeah.
I'll take a good dislike.
Yeah, we can take
if you really didn't like it, you can dislike it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll remember it. I'll remember that.
So that's it.
Don't you ever be putting anything online because...
yeah, we'll remember. We'll
hey,
unlike
everybody.
your stuff.
I ate an apple. Really dislike. Ha! Got you back.
That's right. So that's Ralph Henderson, 2176. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
See ya.